The F1L Series 3 steering wheel is a 280mm diameter Formula style steering wheel manufactured by UK-based MVH Studios. On first blush, the appearance is conventional, but under the surface it's furnished with some unique features that I'll demonstrate throughout this review. The steering wheel is natively compatible with different wheelbase brands, or universal standalone via a USB cable. All that's needed is using the ProPit attachment from MVH Studios. You pick that option when you make the purchase. I have the ones for Logitech and Fanatec, so I'll be using those today. In addition, the built-in dashboard display works with both PC and console games. I'll run through the setup process for both systems. I've also posted a link in the description to the support page where you'll find the full listing for compatible games covering both PC and console. Lots to go through in this one, so let's crack on first with a quick tour around the steering wheel. The first thing to note about the F1L is it is broadly manufactured from 3D printed parts. Carbon fibre PLA is used for strength and stiffness. A small number of SLA printed components are featured too, the button bezel surrounds and the paddle shifters. SLA 3D printing uses resin. The finished products have a smooth surface, ideal for making accurate, highly detailed models. 60 Shore polyurethane grips are moulded directly onto the handles for a cushioned, grippy texture. When connected to a wheelbase, the button inputs do function like the buttons on an original wheel. To help you understand the new button arrangement, you will find pictures on their website showing you how the buttons are assigned. What appear to be rotary dials are in fact spring-tensioned two-way momentary switches. That ensures that all of these inputs can be fully utilised across different wheelbases. The built-in screen and surrounding LEDs are powered by the wheelbase it's attached to. However, the data connection is entirely over Wi-Fi. We'll go through all of this in due course. First though, we do need to install the adapter for the wheelbase. For this, I have one for my Logitech G29 and one that supports Fanatec wheelbases. I will make sure to use both, but I'll start off with the Logitech adapter here. The component I'm using is the wheel side part of the MVH Studios quick release system. I have a separate review on this, so you can find out more from that video. Once I have this fitted, I'll attach it straight onto my G29 modded wheelbase, and it should just fire up as normal. It takes a few seconds for the screen to boot up, then you can access the menus. But before you can use this in-game, you will need to connect it to your Wi-Fi network. Using a phone or tablet device, and then from the Wi-Fi settings menu, select MVH Studios telemetry. This will connect you to the display. Enter your home Wi-Fi router credentials, hit save and restart, and that will connect the wheel display to your Wi-Fi network. If successfully connected, you will be greeted with this screen. Note the top left displays the Wi-Fi signal strength. For PC, SIMHub is required, and the IP address shown at the bottom of the screen will be needed later to configure SIMHub. Back in the menu, you can configure a number of features. For PC users with SIMHub, you first need to install MVH Studios Software DLL into your SIMHub folder. Restart SIMHub and a new entry will appear in the SIMHub menu. Enter the IP address from your wheel and that should be it. As a final check, you can send test data to the display to make sure it is communicating. On console, you can simply ignore all the SIMHub setup stuff. I'm going to jump into GT7 on my PS5 for my first test, and all I need to do is select GT7 from the settings. And here we go, my G29 is working absolutely just fine. The steering wheel controls and the dashboard screen is working right off the bat. That was easy. As for other console racing games, the buttons and paddle shifters will function as normal. As for the steering wheel dashboard display, well, that's only going to work with a select number of titles on console, ones that output dashboard telemetry specifically. MVH Studios has a spreadsheet on their website listing compatibility for both console and PC games. Just refer to that if you have any doubts. Despite the Wi-Fi connection, there doesn't appear to be any latency between the steering wheel telemetry data and the on-screen dashboard. There's a choice of 3 different dashboard design layouts you can pick from. There's no feature to edit, replace or add more dashboards. That also applies to PC users with SIMHub. The dashboard layouts built into the display are the ones you can use. Okay then, we can tick this one off. We've firmly established that the F1L steering wheel mounted to my G29 is fully functioning. Now, how about we try the same steering wheel on my Club Sport DD+. The adapter has been swapped over. The installation is simply following the same kind of steps as the Logitech installation procedure that I've already shown you here. So I've skipped filming this formality and let's get straight into this. With the Fanatec attachment, the F1L emulates a Fanatec steering wheel, and this allows the wheelbase to recognise it. In the Fanatec driver software, it's displayed as the Porsche 918 RSR steering wheel. You can ignore this, it doesn't matter. What is important is it is working. I'm on PC now, but I can tell you that this combination of the F1L and my Club Sport DD+, which is a PlayStation compatible wheelbase, would work on my PlayStation as the console compatibility chip is built into the wheelbase. That's not the case for Xbox consoles. The compatibility chip is in the wheel and this setup would not work on an Xbox. The Club Sport DD Plus is a 15 Nm wheelbase. MVH Studios have told me their wheels are rated to support up to 17 Nm of torque. And as for coping with the stronger forces from this motor, well, it's proved itself to be robust throughout my testing. There's no flexing, creaking or rattling. It's just a perfectly capable steering wheel as far as I can tell you. The F1L seems just right at home on my DD Plus really. The grips have a rubbery surface that provide good grip for either bare hands or with gloves. They are ergonomically shaped for comfort. Handling the wheel, it's agile, everything feels solid, including the paddle shifters. The dashboard telemetry is all working just as well as it did on my PlayStation, so that's all fine. And using SIMHub on PC means top tier game compatibility. The lack of being able to use SIMHub dashboards is a limitation though. The same goes for the LEDs. You're restricted to the patterns and effects provided, where in SIMHub, normally you can address LEDs directly and assign effects and colours. Nevertheless, the dash is well fleshed out with useful information, it's bright, the text is bold and easy to read, and I always find flashing shift light indicators a very useful feature. Each of the dashboards does have a second layout, a fact I forgot to mention earlier. You can alternate between them using the menu navigation buttons when outside of the menu settings. The steering wheels from MVH Studios are quite unique in their ability to function natively with multiple brands through swapping the wheel attachments. It's a feature that provides peace of mind for sim racers who may move on to another brand in the future. Entry-level wheelbases like the Logitech G29, that's the audience that the steering wheels are really aimed to cater for. It's a steering wheel upgrade that offers potential to transfer over to a direct drive later in life. And on my DD Plus, it's certainly a viable and capable steering wheel, and I do actually quite like using it. So whenever I'm running one of my Fanatec wheelbases, I can find no reason not to continue to use it. It is fair to say though, if I was shopping for a Fanatec steering wheel, my first choice would be to look at the stock options from Fanatec first. But as I said, it is the transferable versatility of the steering wheel that's its unique selling point. You could also say the large coloured telemetry display is not something you'll find in other wheels at this price point, which is another reason to maybe consider this one. Being 3D printed may put some people off, but I can tell you this, it is a material that is perfectly suitable for sim racing steering wheels. And the F1L doesn't come across as a cheaply made DIY project, everything is put together well here. An alternative to the F1L is MVH Studios F1S steering wheel. It comes in at a slightly lower price, bearing the same core features, though with fewer dial inputs and an open bottom design. I'll break this out into a separate video very soon, but I just wanted to quickly show you the other steering wheel I have here, so do stay tuned for that one too. Anyway, I'm going to wrap this one up today with my summary notes on your screen. Drop your comments below, and thanks for watching guys. Happy simming, and bye bye for now.